What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. Listen, this episode was a hot mess. Ned, I really hope Ned know what he doing with this ELQ stuff. I really hope he know. Going against Valentine is not the smartest thing that you can do. I'm just saying it's not bright. Um, I mean, I understand, the investors, everybody, they're not happy about the fact that Valentine faked his death and whatnot. They're not thrilled about that. And, I get it. Valentine hasn't put out a press, a little press statement or whatever. I get it. He hasn't put out a press release. I get it. But it's like at the end of the day, Ned is talking about this man like he's sitting around sipping coffee while all hell is, breaking loose. Like he's out playing golf while the company is in disarray. That's not what he's doing. Like he's been dealing with a lot. What do you want him to do? You know what I'm saying? Like his girl is in the hospital, got shot. What do you want him to do? I mean, he's being there for the people that he need to be there for. He's not worried about business. Ned could talk that nonsense all he want. Oh, me, Alan, and grandfather, we always put the company first. Yeah, whatever. The Quartermains have had scandal after scandal throughout the years, and ELQ has managed to survive. So he need to calm down with all that. And putting the company first all the time is the reason his marriage with Olivia was on the rocks not too long ago. Because he was always putting the company first. That's y'all problem. Y'all put the company over family. And now he wants to sit here and try to talk about voting Valentine out of the company. Oh, it's just business. Yeah, okay. Valentine's not going to see it that way. And I totally agree with BLQ. Making an enemy out of Valentine is not the wisest choice. And it's really not. And I feel like at this point in time, Ned is starting to show just how much of an ungrateful ass that he is. Because if it wasn't for Valentine, Ned would barely have a position at ELQ. If it were up to Drew and Michael, Ned would be nothing at ELQ at this point. It was Valentine that gave him, a title. It was him that gave him that responsibility as chairman of the board. You know what I mean? So he might want to rethink going against the grain on this one. Because siding with Michael and Drew right now, I don't think that's the smartest thing. Because Ned is going to be on the outside looking in. Once this is all said and done. So he better pick the right team and figure out what team he gonna ride for, because if you pick the wrong one, you're gonna be out the door. You might want to rethink it. So anyway, moving on from that. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I kind of had to be on Carly's side 100% in this episode today when she had that confrontation with Nina. Because Nina came in there like a little arrogant little ass. Oh, Ava's not here? Okay, well, you can leave. I'll take over and watch Avery. Carly said no. On that one, I don't blame Carly, because Ava asked her to watch the girl. You know what I mean? So I can't say I blame Carly for not wanting to leave just because Nina showed up. Like, she kept her word and she's going to stay there until Ava come home. I can respect that. I totally respect that. And I really would have thought that Carly would have just gathered her things and left. But I respect that she stayed. I enjoyed the conversation her and Nina had today, because you want to know why? As much as I sometimes try to stick up for Nina, that delusional shit came out of her today. It's that delusional side of her that I cannot stand, and she was in full force with the delusions today. Like the crazy was coming out of her today. It was like everything Carly said, Nina, it was going in one ear and out the other. She wasn't listening to nothing. All she heard was what she wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't registering with her. Even when Carly was trying to talk some common sense to her, it just was not registering. She wants to blame Carly for everything. And the sad part is Nina talking about, oh, I own my mistakes. No, you don't. And it shows. Today was evidence that she does not own her mistakes, because Carly even pointed it out to her. You're blaming Carly for you not having a relationship with your daughter. But Carly put it out there and she let her know, like, listen, you had a fractured relationship with this girl from day one of meeting her. Long before I even knew she was your daughter. Long before I even knew who she was, or who, you know what I mean? Like, knew the situation. You had an issue with that girl. So if you have a bad relationship with her, that's on Nina. You can't blame Carly for that. That's not on her. You know what I'm saying? Carly, yeah, she fucked up for keeping the truth, but Carly had a point. The same way Nina had a point back when she held the truth about Sonny. Sonny knew he had a family out there when he had amnesia. He knew. He never wanted to know. And he made that clear in Nixon Falls. He didn't want to know. Carly had a point too. Willow did not want to know who her biological mother was, and she made that clear at the time she didn't want to know. So they both had valid points on those occasions. You know what I mean? Nina's just batshit crazy. It's like you can't sit here and blame Carly for your bad relationship. And she blames Carly for everything. So because Sonny was invited to the wedding and Nina wasn't, she's blaming Carly for that. Oh, did you talk to them about not inviting me? She talks about Michael and Willow as if they're not grown ass people. She acts like Carly's the puppet master. Like she got them on strings, dance, puppet dance. Like, no. No, these are grown ass people. They made up their own damn mind. They made up their own damn mind. She blames Carly for everything. And it's like Carly has nothing to do with Willow and Michael's decision making. She has nothing to do with it. She doesn't go out of her way to tell them, oh, don't invite her. Oh, no. No, these are grown ass people. They're not kids. And you already know Michael gonna do whatever the hell Michael want to do. Willow gonna do whatever the hell Willow want to do. That was a choice Willow made. She wanted Sonny there. She didn't want you there. Because at the end of the day, despite how Michael feels about Sonny, Willow doesn't have a bad relationship with him. She has a bad one with Nina. And that's on Nina. You know what I mean? That's Nina's fault. So I had to agree with Carly 1,000% on this one. The only thing was Carly was sitting there talking like, oh, well, you know, Nina treats Willow like she's a possession. I'm like, Carly, that's how you treated Jason. Let's be real. Carly treated Jason like he was her possession. Whenever any other woman came around, Carly always had to have the floor. So let's not go there. I'm just saying. But I had to agree with her 100%. I had to. Nina was showing that crazy today and that delusion. And of course, all that did was piss Nina off more. So now Nina is going to put her plan into full motion to go after Carly for insider trading. I'm here for it. Because them two going back and forth, that's why I said they need to fight. I'm tired of Nina and Carly having these conversations where they just get up in each other's face and go back and forth. Y'all need to whoop each other ass at this point. Enough of the talking. They've been doing enough talking. It's time for the bitch smacking to commence. I'm just saying. Like, let the smacks fly. It's time for some ass whooping at this point. And hopefully in bikinis and mud. That's always been a fantasy of mine. Ever since I used to watch WWE back in the day when they used to have them bra panties matches and the women used to fight in bra panty and mud bath matches and all that shit. I don't know, that shit's sexy to me. But it's like a little... I'm just saying. You know, and Nina and Carly look good for their age. I'm just saying. So I wouldn't mind, you know, get them some mud, get them a referee, ring the bell, let's go. I'm ready for them to just fight at this point because all that talking need to stop. They not going to get it off their chest until they beat each other ass. So they might as well just get it over with. So anyway, moving on from that. I'm glad Ava was there to talk some sense into Porsha because Porsha was doing too much. Like, she's sitting there talking about, because Ava was like, you know, Trina's smart, and Porsha talking about, yeah, well, not when it comes to Spencer. Porsha need to realize she raised a very intelligent daughter. But as everybody knows, love can make you do some crazy shit. But Trina is very smart. You know, Trina is self-aware. You know, she knows her worth. She knows what she will and won't put up with. And she doesn't allow any man, including Spencer, to disrespect her in any way, shape, or form. That's a testament to how she was raised. You know what I'm saying? She's not going into this thing with Spencer blindly. She's already made it clear what she likes and what she doesn't like about Spencer. You know what I mean? And when Spencer does certain things, she calls him out on it. You know what I mean? So she's not just sitting there blindly following Spencer and let him have his way and do whatever he wants. No. She's stronger than that. And Porsha needs to realize it. At the end of the day, Trina's not dumb. You know, she loves Spencer. That's the end of that. There's nothing Porsha could say or do that's going to change that. All it's going to do, and I agree with Ava 1,000% on this, if Porsha continues to badmouth Spencer, all it's going to do is drive Trina further to him. That's all it's going to do. Because she's sitting there, oh, if she makes it out of this, she ain't never going to see that boy again. See, that kind of talk right there, that, for one, the girl is grown. She's grown. You can't tell her who she can and can't see. And she technically doesn't even live in her house anymore. She lives in the dorm. So you can't tell her who she can and can't date. You know, what are you gonna do? Police her? Be up under her 24/7? You can't. You have a career of your own. So what are you gonna do? Back the hell off. If that's who she wants to be with, let her ride it out and let her be with him. When she has, when she gets fed up with certain things that he does and she wants to call it quits, that's on her. You know what I'm saying? That's on her. All Porsha can do is sit back and let it play out. Because if she tries to meddle or interfere in any way, shape, or form, all it's going to do is damage her relationship with Trina. That's all it's going to do. And I do agree with Ava also when she said, like, at the end of the day, her relationship with Trina may be fractured, but think about it like this. When Trina was in trouble and she finally got to a phone and she could call somebody, who did she call? Her mother. She could have called anybody else. She could have called Taggart. She could have called Ava. You know what I'm saying? She could even call Curtis. She called her mother. That's major. Porsha needs to hang on to that and see that, yeah, your daughter is upset with you, but obviously she still loves you. Clearly. You know what I mean? Like, don't do something or say something dumb that's going to continue to fracture that relationship that's already a little fractured. For right now, don't put all that focus on Spencer and, oh, this is his fault. You need to put your energy on trying to get your daughter back. That's where the energy needs to go. So anyway, speaking of, Drew, of course, was of no use. He was of no help. Like, Curtis kept trying to ask him, like, what did Victor want from him with the tarot card and all that? Because he was trying to control him. So he was like, what did he want? Like, you could be the key to helping us find her. And he told me, oh, it has something to do with Project Demeter or whatever, but he doesn't know what it is. He can't remember. I'm like, of course you can't. You are of no use, sir. Just go on home to Carly, because you ain't of no service. Until he finally realized, oh, I got an idea on how to find out. Well, good, Drew. It's about time you came up with something, sir. It's about time. I hate people like that got $1 million physique but a 10-cent brain. Like, sir, use that noggin, please. You can't just be all looks. You got to have some brain too. Come on now. Because he has not provided shit to this storyline so far. So hopefully this little idea that he has, hopefully it's a good one, because we need it. We need to bring them home. So come up with something good, sir. So anyway, moving on from that. Listen, Victor done lost every little bit of his mind. This man ain't got no mind left. He ain't got no heart left. This man wants to throw his own nephew overboard and let him and Trina drown. Thank God Obrecht stepped up when she did. You know what I mean? Thank God. Like, Obrecht thought quick on her feet, and she saved them in a way. Because at the end of the day, she was like, shit, I came up with a vaccine or whatever, but I need some test subjects. So she needed Trina and Spencer to be alive in order to do this, And she even got their food privileges back. Because remember, Spencer done lost his food privilege, so she even got that reinstated. I said, go ahead, Obrecht. Use that. See, that's what I'm talking about when somebody use their noggin. And that's what I love. Because Spencer, Trina, and Obrecht use that collective brain that they all got has saved their asses so far. Because Victor could have took all of them out a long time ago, but that think piece came in. They was like, nah. Because they play on that. Because he knows deep down, they all know Victor needs them. He may act like he don't need them, but for your plan to go without a hitch, you need them. You know what I'm saying? In some capacity. You're going to need them, and they play on that, and that's smart. And they managed to, save Trina in the process too, because she was about to become shark food. But now they just need to, use this to find a way to get out of this mess that they're in. Like, Victor is nuts. Like, this man has no scruples. Like, at least with Helena, she could be cruel, but I don't think she would have ever tried to kill Spencer. Hell, she would have never had tried to kill Nicholas. And Nicholas used to be so downright disrespectful towards her. And she used to have to put his ass on notice and let him know, like, listen, I love you, but I will hurt you. Even though she never would. I don't think she would. Even in desperate times, I don't see Helena, like, doing something to Spencer or nothing like that. I don't see her doing it. But Victor is just of a different breed. Like, that man just don't give a damn. Like, he'll kill you in your sleep and go back to sleep and sleep like a little baby. That man was nuts. Thank God, because now that you know what, now that Obre did buy them some time, hopefully they all three of them could put their heads together and come up with a plan. Now that they got a little bit of room, hopefully all three of them could figure out a way to usurp Victor and get the hell off that boat or turn that shit around or something. Because they gonna have to think of something very quick. Because now that boat gonna be running again in an hour, they need to come up with something fast. Because you can't only stall Victor but for so long. So come up with something quick and something good too. So anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see you all later. Peace.